Prosecutors have not said why they are bringing these new charges against Boyd now after 11 years.
But 10 News reporter Shannon Smith spoke with a lawyer who says there are a number of potential reasons. Shannon?
Well, Robin and John, local defense attorney T. Scott Jones says in a notable case like this, it's likely investigators have never stopped looking for more evidence.
This particular case captivated both the Knoxville area and the world.
That's a big reason local defense attorney T. Scott Jones says a grand jury handed down a new murder indictment in the Christian Newsom case 11 years after their killings. Eric Boyd now faces 36 charges, including murder, robbery, and rape.
I believe there's an enormous amount of pressure on the Knox County Attorney General's office and law enforcement in general to bring Mr. Boyd to justice relative to any involvement that he had in this particular issue.
From Jones' experience, he says there are many reasons these charges are just now coming to light.
It may be a combination of factors as far as an evolution in technology, communication they've got, newly discovered evidence, and quite frankly, Mr. Boyd may have implicated himself by his own statements.
Jones says as a current federal inmate, Boyd's communication is monitored, and he may have said something that led to these charges.
They've either discovered new information that leads them to feel comfortable bringing this charge, and or they feel like they've learned enough lessons that they can implicate him in this actual murder as well.
Jones says since Boyd's co-defendants in the case went to trial, he believes Boyd will as well, and the ultimate punishment may be on the table.
Given the nature of this case and the almost absolute likelihood that there will probably be a death penalty or an enhancement sought, he will be entitled to 2 lawyers as opposed to just 1.
Boyd is due in court tomorrow. Robin and John?
Shannon Smith on that part of this story. Thank you.
Well, there are 4 other people who were tried and convicted for crimes against Christian and Newsom.
Investigators say LaMarcus Davidson was the ringleader. A jury convicted him on 35 counts, including murder, kidnapping, and rape. Davidson was sentenced to death and remains on death row. A jury convicted his brother, Latalvis Cobbins, of murder. He is serving a life sentence without parole. George Thomas is serving a life sentence with the possibility of parole after a murder conviction. And Vanessa Coleman is serving a 35-year sentence for her role in the crimes.
You can find an in-depth look at this case at WBIR.com, including the original charges against those convicted, retrials in the case, and a timeline of events. We'll also bring you that timeline tonight at 6.